Hello and welcome to the Super Happy Fun Time D&D stream.
Yeah.
Are we all having Super Happy Fun Time and D&D?
Yes. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Got one.
So we're much later and you might be thinking, our wonderful DM Adam looks completely different to normal, and that's because one of my cameras is a pain in the ass and didn't want to work at all. So screw that camera. Fantastic. But we'll get going, so I am sorry that we are running so late. Again, as always, a big shout out to Critic for giving us all the dice. We'll give some away somehow during this episode, which will be lovely.
Okay.
I'll come up with a way.
We've got a whole box of them.
We have done this.
I get so many.
They're so good.
And thank you as always to the people who comment on YouTube, and we got some really nice comments as always, which is always cool. And to people who download the podcast. I think the first episode's got like 200 or 300 downloads now.
Click a like, click a subscribe.
Like, click, and subscribe.
Yeah.
We'll get Georgia to say that rather than Johnny, because Johnny was just
Like, click.
I'm dead. I'm dead inside.
No, what you need to do is start whispering the mic again.
Oh, do a bit of...
Right, this is off and it's annoying me. Have I messed it up even worse now? Oh, we are so professional. Like, the best.
Is this episode
ASMR?
Okay, welcome to D&D After Dark.
There we go. Right, sorry. Let's do this. So, who would like to describe where you were, where we left it?
Outside of Vallaki.
We were walking, having a pleasant trip, being followed by some
absolutely
lovely
fine.
pet dogs.
Yeah.
That we turned around, made some noise, and they all ran away. And now
Some lovely hunters.
And apparently the sun had come out. You know, there was an occasional daisy popped out on the ground.
There was a bit of rain, a bit like away from us.
Yeah,
but, you know.
but
We had a little bit of a rest. We feeling a lot better.
Yeah, feeling real
a whole
strong.
level better.
Yeah, on another level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw like a Pegasus flying with like an angel
great.
on it. It was really nice.
And the priest went for a ride on the unicorn.
It was all happy and there was no screaming at all.
Absolutely not.
It was the kind of happy childhood screaming when you're on a roller coaster and you want to go faster.
I never ever wanted to
That
stop.
playful, I'm excited.
And then
this
they
is
gave him
enjoyable.
a big cuddle to stop him falling off.
And let him fall asleep on his shoulder.
And now we're going to go and go see some lovely architecture.
Yeah.
Go see a nice abbey.
Hopefully some monks and some nuns.
And go to bed.
Have a nice sleep.
So let me bring you up to speed properly on what happened.
You mean that
You
wasn't
suggesting that we did it
No.
wrong.
You were in the town of Vallaki. All was not well. You'd spent a few nights there, but you just had the feeling that something wasn't quite right. After exploring slightly and investigating the problems in the town, you got invited to dinner with the Burgermeister. Hard words were shed, and you ended up in a fight with him. He called the guards, you stunned him so he couldn't move. You ended up tying him up, knocking him out, and putting him on his bed. You then tried to escape, hunted by the guards, and some of you hid in Lady Watcher's house. All was not well there either.
Nope.
And then, after spending the night there, you decided not to take on the Burgermeister, not to overthrow his iron fist rule of all will be well, but instead break for the safety of Kresk, Krezk. You heard that there's an abbey there, the Abbey of Saint Markovia.
Excuse me.
And hopefully that you would be able to find sanctuary there. That there would be a bastion to stand against the devil that hunts you in the night. You split into two, meeting Irina and Ismark, escaping over the wall and abseiling down the other side, while the others found a weak point in the wall and fought off the guards. Breaking out, being chased by wolves and other things that bump in the night, you made your way round and met up with Erwin. Erwin, the proprietor of the Blue Water Inn, had always been a friend and a jolly chap. Brought your gear out, and set you on your way. Before you left, in front of your very eyes, he span and turned into a raven and flew back into the town. He asked you one last time to head to the Wizard of Wines and discover why they had no shipments. Jakul, you felt that when he asked you this again, he wasn't telling you the full story. There was something wrong in what he was saying. Well, not wrong. He was holding information back.
People do that a lot with us.
Running down the
I
road,
don't seem to fully trust us.
and you turned back as you saw a storm approaching Vallaki as it began to rain and thunder and lightning filled the sky. As you heard a scream coming through the air, as you looked up to see a horse leaving a trail of fire, a nightmare riding through the sky, and on its back rode the true nightmare, the true horror, the devil Strahd. He dipped into the town and you lost where he was. A moment passed as you all look back, hearts beating faster and faster as the front gates of the town were blown out and out rode Strahd. This time his nightmare did not have one rider but two.
Excuse me.
As you looked back and were able to see and spot who was on the back of it, some of you saw clearly, others not so much, but were able to see the robes of the man, and you all recognised it to be the priest, the father from the town who asked you for some help, but unfortunately you were unable to offer him aid. He screamed and tried to jump off the nightmare, and Strahd caught him and chucked him back on, and then rode through the air back to Castle Ravenloft. Running, fleeing for your lives in terror, he ran down the road west, away from the town, away from Ravenloft. But the wolves who had been hunting you, tracking you, did not give up. And as they saw you beginning to dash, your line splitting, they saw their chance to strike. As they came running out, though, you ran across a couple of the scouts who you had seen in Vallaki and in the Blue Water Inn, who offered you assistance and helped you fight the wolves off. You drove them back using a butt-ton of spells. Thank you for that. And in driving them back, the two hunters threw a flask to you, Constance, which you caught, a little nod, and then very expertly started to skin the wolves and move very quickly away from where the scene had happened. Red, you would understand what they were doing. Blood would have been in the air, and you know what it's like not to be the alpha hunter. You know if there's something bigger and nastier in there, if it would have smelt or known that blood was coming, was there, it would have been on its way there. So they were acting very quickly, getting what they could, and getting out of dodge. You've done that with your pack. Take down a prey, eat, run, if there's something scary out there. You continue running, fleeing through the night, or through the day, sorry. It was early morning, it's probably now about 10 o'clock in the morning. The storm, as you look back, seems very localised over Vallaki now. It's not spread, it's not moved, it's incredibly unnatural. And again, those with nature knowledge, Red especially, as cheesy and as stupid as it is, you hear again, he is ancient, he is the land in your head. You are soaked, you are drenched, you are on the east-to-west road called the Old Slavic Road, going through the forest. You know from the maps that you have seen that you will soon approach a crossroad going north and south once you cross a small bridge.
You tried.
Yeah, we got told to go north. It's quicker, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quicker but more dangerous.
Or you get you sooner rather than later.
So either up there.
So, in character, what are you doing, guys?
We'll take the faster road.
Faster
Well, we crossed the bridge.
So we go over the bridge,
Yeah.
and then
We take a right.
go right, which is quicker
North.
but more dangerous. But it's quicker.
Now we can go left down to that lovely place.
Yeah, so
we need to
this
get
way
to
they
the
say
abbey quicker.
is safe but slow. Fast. We could look like we go past some sort of lighthouse.
I think the faster route is probably better.
Faster.
Fast.
Yeah.
We hurry, I guess.
Yeah.
Ismark comes to you. That was close. As he looks back over his shoulder to make sure Irina isn't too close. Do you think he was after her?
No.
Then what?
He was after the priest, clearly, because he had picked up the priest. The fact that the bones didn't get returned and that the priest said that without the bones it was easy for Strahd to come into the Vallaki is proven so. I don't believe Strahd knew that your sister was there, because if he did, he would certainly have her now.
It's no longer safe there. It's a good thing we left.
Yep.
What is the plan now?
Get to the abbey.
In the abbey. Find safe ground.
The plan is what your plan was to begin with.
Try Vallaki, then try the...
I see. Let's head past. Who will lead the way?
I'm red to wolf at the moment, so should be fastest.
I'm following.
Yeah.
So the pace, we'll keep up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be rear guard, I guess.
What sort of formation are you walking in? So you can fit, you can see, everyone give me an investigation or survival check, and I'll sort of tell you what information you can pick up. What sort of thing are you looking for?
Was that investigation or survival?
Whichever you
14 for survival.
Ooh, natural
Ooh,
crit.
21.
on.
Investigation.
Okay.
I
16 investigation.
got
Natural
23
crit on survival.
investigation.
That's it. Use up your good rolls.
This is fine.
And everything's fine.
As you invest, so we got a 21, a 20 survival.
Well, 23.
23 investigation.
Is everyone doing investigation apart from Red?
I'm doing survival as well.
So we've got 2 on survival. Red, in wolf form, as you start to sniff around slowly, you can tell that horses have travelled this road. Looking down, you can see in the road itself, it's not hugely well travelled. Some would be just riding horses. Some would be carts, and some of the carts you'd be able to tell are heavy wagons or heavier wagons. You can see some of the hoof prints are quite large. 21.
23.
23.
Natural crit.
You can find some tracks. There's definitely been wolves crossing this area. Variety of sizes of packs, definitely. Bigger wolf prints as well. And a print you don't recognise. It's not humanoid, quite big. Just an imprint. You only find one of them. And some humans as well, but you can't really tell much by them if they're in armour or too much. You could just find the odd human print as you're looking around.
If I show the big print to Red, could she decipher what type of creature it would be, or?
Could try.
Yeah, give me a knowledge in nature. I'll give you advantage with being helped.
It's 9. Not very good. 11.
11 in total.
Yeah.
Something big.
It has feet.
You've not seen it before.
It's 1 foot. It hops.
You would believe something plant-based,
It's a hopping
but that's
plant.
about it. That's literally all you've got.
Okay. She'll communicate back to Jakul.
The investigation
Various
people,
pictures of plants.
as you are looking around,
Moving fast. That's weird.
you're kind of doing it as a bit of a team. Cheers, Chocolate Nugget. That is, you've got the best name. He's sneak watching. As you start to look at the tracks, you take a moment to catch your breath as you investigate them. You again, with Jackal's help and Red's help, they point out the wagon. Doesn't look like the wagon has been for maybe a couple of weeks. Maybe like a faster wagon as well. As you investigate the area, you find some feathers in trees, black ones. You find a couple of little bits of just snagged skins. So someone like furs and stuff like that, but not from wolves. You're not sure what they're from. Just running through the forests.
But something that somebody was wearing rather than an animal.
You would think that, yeah. Right. What's the plan? Irina has caught her breath. She's composed herself and she comes over to you again.
Take the quicker path.
Quicker path.
Yeah, speed I think is the most important at the moment. If Strahd didn't know we were there, then getting far away is a pretty good idea.
Getting leagues between us and Vallaki is probably a smart idea.
Are we just going to run and stop for nothing?
Unless desperate measures are required, it sounds like the best plan.
Set the pace and I'll keep up.
I'll keep behind you.
Set it fast.
Okay.
I've brought enough trouble upon us.
That's what you want.
Not your fault.
Not too fast.
Yeah, please not too fast.
You got
Has
very
he set the
petite
pace?
Hessia.
Go.
Okay. That's cool.
She starts making her way down the road. As you head along,
you carry, would you be able to sleep on my back?
You soon
It's very, very soothing.
get to a large bridge. This is probably the oldest and biggest bridge you have seen since you have been in Barovia.
We can try it.
It crosses quite a fast-moving river and is big enough to comfortably take 2 large carts, so crossing either way. This was clearly built to last, but you can see even though it was incredibly well constructed, it is starting to show its age. You can see there were 4 statues in total, 2 on each end, but they've all been smashed. Moss has filled it.
There's no appreciation for architecture in this place.
Yeah.
Pardon?
There's no appreciation for architecture.
No, exactly. You keep push over? As you do, the road comes to a cross intersection. Branches to the northwest and northeast, southwest and southeast. You can see the lower half of a snapped sign as it thrusts upward out of the ground. Doesn't take you much to discover the bottom half of the sign. You've only been travelling for probably 15 minutes to get this far, so you've not travelled much at all. You see the side, the bottom side, the top half of the sign over in the woods.
I'm going to put the sign.
I'll go get it and put the sign up.
Yeah.
It doesn't take you too much. So you can see one pointing to Kresk, one to Slenka Pass to the south, Lake Baratok to the north, and Vallaki back the way you came, and Ravenloft on that side as well.
We got told to go north and take it through the forest that way to get to
Northwest.
Catch the lake. We'll take that route.
You can see the majority of the cart tracks, nearly all of them go straight east-west.
North it is.
Northwest, yeah.
We did get told to go north is going to be the
You
quicker
can
way.
really see the woodland
Someone
here.
adjusted, so.
Sort of, if you continued going straight west, you can see the path starts to drift. The west path starts to drift down to the south. You'll be able to see that. If you go straight west, you can see it builds up into a hill, and the path makes its way far to the south around it. staying on the current level, and the one north is a slight goes round the top of it.
We'll take the north route.
Yep. We were told it was the faster one. We do one fast.
Very well. Red, set the pace. How fast are you going?
It's going to go begrudgingly slightly slower.
So you've got normal pace, or you've got forced march.
Is there like an in-between?
Nope.
Double time.
Normal
Bit of force.
It'll have to be normal pace.
Normal pace for Hestia, really. Cause she's
Red is going to be... She's probably itching to run faster, so she's going to be like...
Okay.
Going around and
so there's other
investigating.
actions you can take while you're doing this. So you can either be on lookout, or trying to forage, or just doing nothing. Or map making so you don't get lost.
I'll do the maps.
Lookout.
Yeah, lookout.
I will do lookout as well.
Lookout.
Nothing.
Irina and Ismark
Too
are
tired
just
for that.
trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Everyone give me a constitution. Let's see how you're faring.
Ooh, crit.
You have a machine.
I'm in a
18.
Oh, God. 6.
damn it, 7.
Oh, what's a crit?
Crit, the other one was a crit, but I'm at disadvantage. Oh no, sorry. 12.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But the other one was a crit, but I was disadvantage.
Jackal.
18.
Red.
6.
Okay.
I mean, you did get hit by, like, an arrow.
Yeah.
We have rested up and I've
Yeah,
patched
healed up.
everyone up.
Yeah, I'm healed, but I'm
that's
just
true.
tired.
So, Ismark is falling behind. Gabriel, you're hurting. You got shot in the back as you were running. The wound is hurting. You've not had time to dress it properly. You got healed, but it's not had time to rest. You can feel it stiff as you're trying to keep up with this pace. Hessia, you're knackered. Irina is setting a good pace as well. As you start to run and make your way north, the forest becomes suffocating as it starts to move in from the two sides, getting closer and closer. The woodlands is old and dense, but it is not a leafy, greeny dense. It is an old, gnarled, twisted finger.
Is this an angry forest like the one we were in before? No, don't like angry forests.
Can everyone on lookout give me a perception, please?
21.
5. It knows that I'm doing a perception roll.
20.
Hey.
Plus perception. 21.
Hey.
Red. As you're running. Gabriel, where are you in the line at the back or the front?
I'm near the back.
Okay. As you're running forwards, you veer just on instinct to the right-hand side of the path, so away from the hillside. Hairs on the back of your neck go up as your head snaps over, as you sniff the air. On impulse, you stop for a second. You're not sure what was there. You don't really get that feeling that something is watching you. Something's staring at you, even when it's someone just staring at the side of your head. As you look around, searching the forest, you can't see anything. Gabriel, you hear just a single snap of a twig. That was all it was, coming from the hillside as well.
It's the hillside on the left. Watch our left. I just heard a noise.
Do you keep running or do you stop?
Keep running.
Keep going.
As you keep going, Irina, stop for nothing. Push on. Faster. Red, faster.
I'm going to step towards the back so that I make sure everyone's in front of me. Make sure everyone's actually moving.
Yep.
No one falls behind.
You pick up the pace.
Give me a dex.
Me?
Save.
Okay.
Does it count?
It was a 7.
Doesn't
We
count.
roll it. Thank you. 17.
Good thing your cards were like
As you're running, the path is becoming more and more rugged. You've got a lot of these kind of surface routes coming up as trees are fighting to be in the best positions, and avoiding each other's routes with older trees, with new trees coming over the top of them. As you're making sure you don't get lost, scanning for landmarks, you clip one of these roots to show it wasn't there as you were running ahead, stumble 2-3 steps down to a knee, but then manage to catch yourself and keep running. You push on?
Yeah.
What sort of pace are you setting, Red?
Irina
would be like right behind you.
You're getting annoying now. Yeah, speeding up
Her
slightly.
auburn hair going crazy all over the place.
Yeah, I'll speed up then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
As you push on, the pace takes up a new level. Everyone give me a constitution save, please.
Oh, that's better. 20.
5.
13.
8.
20.
8 was that?
It was an 8, yes.
I don't like that face.
Here I go.
Okay, you're struggling. You're falling back as Red starts to pick the pace up. You're starting.
I didn't do disadvantage. I mean, I can't get much worse than that.
Pardon?
I'm at a disadvantage, and that was just run. But to be fair, that's
It's even worse then.
Oh no, it could be even worse. Because I got 1
Well, you could have re-rolled that, but...
No, 'cause she got disadvantage, so it has
disadvantage, so it should be 6. So it's gone down by 2.
6.
Yeah.
Your total is 6.
6.
You're hurting. Lungs are burning. This strange air
I know that feeling.
as you... The forest dense around you now, suffocating as you look round, as the branches are almost reaching across the entirety of the path as you run across it. Certain trees are falling across the road as you're having to go round them or over the top of them. And Red has set a brutal pace.
Damn it, Red.
Ismark is fucked. He is back with you, and he is puffing and panting for air. His lungs are struggling to breathe, and he is stopping regularly with hands on knees. What do you do?
I'm sticking at the back, like, so when they stop for a breath, I'm going to be like pausing for a sec to kind of...
Okay, a gap is forming in the middle of you. So you've got bang, 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 and Irina at the front, and then you've got bang, bang, and Ismark at the back.
Red's going to pull up slightly, so bring it back down again.
Yeah?
Yeah, bring the pace back down again. Close the gap.
As you...
Actually, no, she's going to change positions. She's going to sheepdog herd you two to the back and put those two at the front
Okay.
Hessia and...
to set the pace, yeah. That's what wolf packs do. They put the old slow ones at the front, sorry.
They do.
And
I'm
then
just tired.
And then the stronger ones go at the back.
Okay. As you push on. Who's on lookout?
I am.
Yep.
Give me a perception. Constance, you can have advantage.
Ooh.
That'll be a 20.
It's a good thing I've got advantage.
20.
19, 20, 23.
Is it perception?
Yeah.
7. 7.
It is.
It was that or a 1.
We have terrible perception.
Yeah, we do.
That's why I don't bother looking at it anymore.
No.
As you investigate,
I've really
running
learned
as
with
you
my
do,
wisdom.
pushing the others in front of you, Red. As you do, you look over. And for a second, you're sure, 100% sure, that you see a lady. A beautiful lady. Short hair, long dress, down longer to one side, just for a second, as you then Look over again and then it's gone. As you feel you've seen this person before, but you can't put your finger on it. You push on?
Oh yeah. Don't stop him for anything.
Right, one last constitution check.
Oh boy. 20.
Damn my disadvantage.
18.
It's got better. 8.
You're now at level 2 exhaustion.
Right, what does that mean?
You sleepy tired.
Your speed is halved.
Sorry, team. Presumably the effects from the first level remain as well.
I didn't roll well.
What did you get?
I got a 1.
No, you
You
don't.
passed all the others.
You get to re-roll
No,
it.
you don't.
Lucky.
I'm lucky.
13.
Yay!
15.
As you start to stumble, as you look over, and this little wolf,
Little.
or this wolf, gives you the wolf eye.
Is that what it's called? What does that look like?
The wolf side eye.
Do it.
Wait.
I don't know, needs more wolf? Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh, yes, it feels like
There you
a
go.
15.
Yes. And you're like, I gotta keep going.
Yes.
As you push on, you're making your way round the north of the hill.
15 times more in
I found the exhaustion table.
Map. Via your map making,
None of those are good.
with me.
No.
Is that the same guy from last time, do you think?
Sorry.
You're right, Sicko.
Yeah, I just can't. I'm not sick, I just can't stop coughing.
You're like hard skilling the exhaustion.
I like it. Hard skill that exhaustion.
Hard skill
the exhaustion.
You see a path coming off yours as you start making your way south back towards the main road.
Ooh, woo.
The path comes off to the west and leads towards Lake Baratok from your study of the maps that you have been given.
Nope.
No
more distractions.
Let's go!
Is that this guy?
I think so.
Oh, great distraction.
The path leading up to it.
Does it have children's footprints on it?
No, we're not
No
stopping to
more
find
saving
out.
children.
We don't want to
One
know.
child behind
Fuck
you.
the kids.
We just had to.
We have 3 days to get back to Vallaki.
You can see the mist
With
coming
one.
off. It seems to be thicker around the
Nope.
lake and on it.
Nope.
As the fog creeps across, you can just see the kind of still waters down this path with the branches coming round. It's something that takes your breath away for a second. As you see standing like a spear stuck in the ground. It's not the colour you expect. Greens and browns to it. Stands with parts of its roof collapsed in, a large circular spherical dome, not spherical, sphere.
Cylindrical.
Cylindrical, sticking out of the ground, standing maybe 60, 70, no, 80 foot tall, you would guess. What can be only described, at first, some of you would think maybe a watchtower, but you look at its position, and the only way you could describe it is a wizard's tower.
The dead wizard's
Town, wait, what?
Wait, hold on.
Wait, yes.
This is,
Notes.
this is that wizard who fought him, isn't it? Strahd.
A crypt of a wizard. His staff is his key. And
What words were they?
here's one.
What's that mean?
Can you say
History,
again?
knowledge, understanding the enemy. Search for the crypt of a wizard. His staff is the key.
Let's go.
Does it have a knob on the end?
Does it have a knob? Does it have? Should we ask Madame what's her face?
Does the wizard staff have a knob on the
Have
end?
a knob on the end.
Shall we just
Keep going.
Why don't we carry on?
Go back here later.
Exactly.
We know it's there now.
Yeah.
Jakul, mark it
note
down.
of it. Yes, I've made note of it.
There'll be a question mark next to it.
Yeah. What is? Woo.
You got a fan, Gabriel.
what?
You got a fan.
Oh.
You gingers have got to stick together, apparently.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Only a ginger can't have a ginger.
Apparently, gingers are a dying breed as well.
No.
Oh, what a shame.
Apparently, they're dying out.
It is a
recessive?
mutant
one,
gene. It's a mutant gene.
Mutant.
Anyway, so you stop. Hesia, you are heavily breathing. Your legs burn. Your knees ache. Parts of your body that you didn't know could hurt. The soles of your feet ache. The sort of insole just from running so much.
Your gills hurt too.
My gills hurt.
We might have to actually slow down for Hesia.
We're going to have to
Jakul, with you making the
probably.
map and spending time to do that, you would say you are maybe 2/3 to 3/4 of the way there.
Oh, we're getting
What time of
close.
day is it?
Maybe about 2:00.
Oh, so we could slow down.
Let's meander.
Let's slow down a
You
bit.
made surprisingly good time.
No one tripped over.
Back on the road yet?
Are
we at the scary woods?
If we're here, then we're like,
There,
yeah.
You would say you're not a million miles from
But
it.
the,
Are we
the
out
woods
the
are
scary woods?
widening out.
Starting to.
There we go. The
Let's
angry woods
walk
are
as a
little
casual walking.
Let's
Pace.
slow the pace down.
Oh, fuck.
You thought?
Bitch, you thought.
How dare you? How dare you think to slow down?
Guess the angry woods wants to stay.
We thought we were out. We nearly were out.
Yeah.
But we slowed down at the end.
Right.
Oh.
What do you do?
We're slowing the
Walk
pace
at
a
a
bit.
Slowing the
slow,
pace down.
gentle pace. A Hesia approved pace.
Red's gonna.
To be fair, we have to slow down for Hesia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are in front of
Even
us
her
anyway.
going as fast as she can will be like as fast as us going normal walking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I assume Red's still itching to run.
Yeah.
Well, she can run ahead and tell us
So,
what's
so
going to
you
happen.
could
You
do
as a
that
wolf.
dog thing of like running backwards and
Yeah.
forwards in front of you.
Hesia's like riding.
A wolf is probably about yay big at the shoulder. Wait.
You'd struggle to carry it.
Yeah, if you're thinking Hesia's like what?
Hesia's like
5
me.
foot?
Yeah, 5 foot.
You can turn into a medium, is it?
Medium. So I could turn to a horse, but then I'd have
A
I
pony.
need to have another.
It would be a
No,
pony.
you could do horse. Horse is you can do it. I had a look.
Oh, nice. So you could turn
Like a
into something
draft
that she
horse.
can.
Yeah, because we turned into a
Well, it was a pony.
pony
Haven't you got a
horse.
summon horse?
And you've got some fine steed.
I can also summon a celestial horse.
I want a celestial horse.
Would that count as a consecrated ground for her to
Yes.
sleep on?
Yes, it would. I want a
Totally.
celestial horse.
Celestial
And I want to
horse.
sleep on it.
We figured out that she can sleep during the day without the hags.
Have we? We haven't actually tried that. It's a working
Probably.
theory.
It's a working theory.
Yeah, most likely.
If it doesn't work, we put you on a horse.
I just like this idea of sleeping on a celestial horse.
Or a
Irina
celestial camel.
Comes over.
That'll do with me.
She's got her wild eyes as she's darting now, constantly watching the skies. What are we doing? We've got to run.
We need to slow down. Or else,
Yeah.
if anything comes at us, we won't have enough strength to fight it off.
Sorry.
And you're far enough away
Can
for
we
now.
carry?
We'll be
We're far enough
fine.
away for now. He is.
Jack
gone
also only
back.
thinks we're about 2 hours away from the Abbey.
Yeah, they're not far. We'll get there long before dark. For now, we need
I prefer to set a faster pace.
Well, then you
We
can
need-
set a faster pace. and
I'd
I'll
prefer
meet
to
you
not be in
later.
Barovia. Yet here we are.
Boom.
She kind of bows her head down. I'm sorry. I can't thank you for the effort you've made, and I just don't. All these people seem to be getting hurt because of me.
That was not because of you. Strahd did not go to that village because of you.
As you say his name, she kind of darts back and starts looking at the skies.
I thought you would have realised that
Rolling
we don't
the
actually
eyes.
fear a name.
Yeah.
He hadn't been to Vallaki for generations before I went there.
The bones were missing. The
It's
priest
a
told us
coincidence.
explicitly that his barrier was weakening. That should have been our priority, and we made the mistake. It is not your fault.
Perhaps it's not too late for the priest, though.
How?
I've heard stories that sometimes he can keep people alive for a long time.
If he has control over the souls of the people here, then he could keep them alive indefinitely. Or reincarnate them indefinitely.
Anyways, enough talk, let's go.
Yep. Take on a slower pace.
So you're going about half your pace now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have to.
Sorry.
Well, I'll spend my time trying to help Hestia as much as I can. Practically lifting.
As you do.
I'll take over the map making.
Okay.
I'll keep my eyes out. I'm always alert, aren't I?
Yeah.
Everyone give me a perception. Who is on lookout, please?
I'm just going to draw here be dragons everywhere all over this map.
Oh.
Crit.
Critical perception.
So I am on 24 technically because I get 3 from Eric and 1 from standard.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Love seeing a little raven figure pop up on the dice because you're just like, did I just fail? No, I did not.
Your new raven has appeared.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. Where is my new pet?
I'm sure it'll appear at a thematically appropriate time.
It will.
Yeah.
When you're
As
about
you
to
start
die.
making your way towards the junction in the road. What did you get?
19.
At first, you smell it and taste it.
So pasty.
That kind of irony blood scent is on the air. Coming from the way you are travelling. As you keep heading that way, you see a burst of movement. Flash of fur, big grey shades of black. So it disappears into the tree line. Not a wolf, bigger than a wolf. You keep going.
Which way? I've worn all these lot. That is something large that's just gone into the woods.
Keep going.
You hear the draw of steel as Irina draws her sword and Ismark his spear he's been using. She's got her buckler out. Must stop for nothing.
Okay, I'm moving.
I've heard this abbot is powerful. He'll know what to do.
Yeah.
You make your way to the junction. Just the smell of fresh blood now fills you.
Red's going to move from behind Hestia and Jakul to in front.
As you get there, who's at the front?
Red, I'm going to be behind these two.
At first, you see it. The ground, deep change of colour sprayed across the floor, maybe spread 10, 12, 15 foot. And then you see a chunk. It's hard to recognise it at first. As you stealthing or are you walking normally? Give me a stealth roll, please. How far are the others speaking back, or are you not?
10.
I'm hanging back with Hestia.
Anyone else stealthing forwards?
I am.
Yep.
Bob, bob, bob. Team deception. We're at 10 and we're stealth 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
You drop down, head comes down, ears go back, and you start to sneak through what available shadows are there. This mist helps you greatly. You see a chunk of something flesh-like. You can smell blood from it as you get slightly closer. Blood sprayed across the ground. You can see it's about a quarter human male face. The eye still intact within it, just aimlessly staring up. So you freeze for a second and look round. You can see the rest of the body about 15 foot away.
Whew.
Whatever was left of the other side of the head is no longer there, as a limp, lifeless body lays across the floor. This is fresh. You can see large bite marks on the corpse. The body stained blood red. There's very large bite marks taken out of it.
Does it look like it was sort of eaten, or was it like just
Played with slightly, but eaten, yes.
Okay.
So how many pouches?
You gonna go have a look? As you stealth forwards, give me a perception, please.
That's 4. 17.
As you start getting closer and closer, you freeze about halfway towards the body. You are sure you are being watched, 100% sure, but cannot see from where.
Okay.
You keep going?
I keep going.
Give me a... No, I'll just give you what he's got. So, you find first, knocked clean off, a necklace made of kind of quartz-like crystals on it.
I need that.
You don't think that it is magical, but has a number of kind of like semi-precious quartz on it. A small pouch on the side, a number of different leaves and berries, acorns and nuts seem to be inside it.
Only bat poop.
And on the other pouch is a small dead bird, something like a sparrow, something along those lines. And then in a third small leather pouch, which seems to be made from human skin rather than beast skin, you see a number 4 small berries.
In a human skin bag.
That's
That's
You'd be able to recognise them
Are
instantly
they,
as
what is
goodberry.
it? As what?
Good berries.
Good berries, yeah, I thought so. Yay!
good berries, good.
Means you don't have to eat for a day.
Good berries, berries.
So I've got 4 good berries.
So that means you've got 4 days you don't have to eat. Or 4 people.
Or
couldn't
one
eat
day
for
when
one
4
day.
of us don't have
The rest of you, what are you doing?
Staying quiet, watching them walk forward,
Yeah.
sneak forward,
yeah.
observing, keeping an eye,
Yep.
There'd be
Keeping
a
back
path.
with
being
this. Yeah.
terribly unperceptive.
Keeping an eye around.
So you're taking your time. As you're getting this stuff, where's your eyes
My eyes
and
are,
yours?
Red's going to be watching around him.
and I'm just going to be constantly alert.
So
I know how the
you've got
scouts
Eric
do.
helping
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
As you drop your gaze, but help Eric on your shoulder to look out. Give me a perception, give me a perception. Everyone at the back, give me a perception with disadvantage, please.
20.
21.
7.
Rolled a 17 plus 4.
9.
3.
7.
Bursting from the tree line, much closer than you thought possible, standing 7.5 feet tall, a wall of muscle and fur comes rushing out of you. Lets out a deep howl as the werewolf stands on his back feet, launches himself towards you, and give me an initiative, please.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So those at the back, he's got the surprise round.
I can't be surprised.
Yeah, but those at the front, your initiative was good enough to spot him before he made it out. As soon as he moved, you spotted him.
Yeah. 8.
7.
21.
16.
I'm not very good with my
No, I'm always
initiative.
rubbish at initiative. -1 on my initiative. Because I'm not very dexterous.
Yeah.
That means you just don't get a go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
this
got
is
an
the way
18.
the initiative is going to go.
Must do.
It goes Jakul, me, Red, you. as a free, you can just do whatever order you want to go in.
It means Gabriel.
Yeah. Gabriel, sorry.
I was going to say, what?
Gabriel.
What did you roll?
Gabriel.
Monsieur Evernight.
I rolled 10 critical.
Comes sprawling out of the ground as you hear the snap of branches and twigs as a whole tree gets pushed to the side by the creature's weight and just topples straight to the side as it bounds out towards you on all fours, letting out a deep bestial howl. It will be upon you in seconds. Oof. What do you do? Your
Eric.
reactions kick in. You're always ready, always alert as you pop back.
Eric is instantly flown towards it, and then I'm just going to let off an Eldritch Blast.
You've not got your weapon drawn at the moment?
No, it's crossbow, isn't it? So
out your hand.
I get to fire 2 beams now.
You do,
so
indeed.
is it 2 attacks, or is it a single attack with 2 attacks? Okay. I'm going to do both beams at it. So that's not good. I get advantage because it's Veric. Cool.
Is it because they're attacking the same target?
Yeah. So 9 plus 6, so 15 on the first one.
That's a hit.
And then on the second one is a advantage. Another 15.
Yeah, give me some damage.
And it was 1d10. 6 points of damage on the first one. And only 2 on the other one, so that's 8 points of force damage.
As you spin your hand out, as these 2 beams of pure energy spiral out at the same time, 2 rapid fire attacks smashing into the creature. It doesn't stagger it, it's like nothing happened to it. There is no poof, just nothing happens as it continues head down. You think there was impact.
And I will use a bonus action after you've finished.
Yeah.
To use Misty Step. Briefly, a shout of silvery mist goes over you, and you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. So I just teleport 30 feet away from it.
Which way? So you've kind of got the crossroads. He's coming from the south. Or not the crossroads, yeah. So you guys are coming down like a T-junction from the north. He was in the woods to the south. As you got to the body, he was in the south woods, bursting up towards you.
30 foot towards red, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As a bonus action.
As you do. He's quick on his toes. He spins, his claws digging into the ground, kicking out the path and stones and dead plants and roots being torn up as he does. As this huge, bulky frame turns as he moves inhumanly quick towards you. He manages to close the distance, but it uses pretty much all of his actions to do so. And he's only going to have 1 attack.
Actions to move to you, but he's still an attack.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's your AC, sir?
It's only 13.
He's good, yep.
Does that mean you're closer to us now?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers.
As his jaw locks in and takes a massive bite on your shoulder. And you take 8 points of damage, please.
That's fair. I caused that on him.
Can you give me a concentration check?
Concentration?
Constitution. Constitution. Not concentration.
I'm really concentrating on this. Teeth in my shoulder.
Only a 9.
Where, Gabriel?
It's okay.
Red, your turn.
So, well, you know what? If I go down to 0, I just get knocked the fuck back into a halfling form. Yeah, fuck it. Let's attack it. Why not? Give it a go.
What else are you going to do? Just like
give
it a cuddle?
Oh no, it was either going to.
You're
I
a
would
wolf,
have
I'm a wolf.
gone back into halfling and maybe shot a spell at it. But if I
You're going to attack it?
If I go down to 0 as a wolf, I just get knocked back in. Yeah.
True.
So it's +4 to hit with bite.
Yeah.
That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's a hit.
Oh, cool. So it's 2d4 plus 2. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage with a bite. Okay. And then also, I don't think it will probably work, but if
You're
DC
opposed.
11, it needs to do a strength check. DC 11.
Is it acrobatics or strength?
Strength, I think, to be not prone.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so. He's a big boy.
As he bites into Gabriel, this werewolf leaves himself open. You're coming in from the flank, bite in deep and try to shake. As you bite in, it's not like biting flesh, it's like biting onto metal, it's like biting onto iron. There is no give in its skin at all. As you release your jaws, there is no mark left on its fur or its skin that you ever connected.
You've got those silver weapons.
I was going to say, you need some silver teeth.
Oh, silver
Where's
grill.
that silver sword?
A silver grill, I'm A-okay with that.
Right, you three at the back.
Constance pulls out a silver sword and bashes the pommel on her shield. And points it at the werewolf.
Yeah, it's
And
about 30 foot, maybe.
yeah,
something like
perfect.
that.
And screams, "You are my prey!" And casts Hunter's Mark on it.
Nice.
I love how Constance's getting more and more unhinged, like the more done she is on the shit.
The longer she spends with the rest of the party. Yep.
And then how far? 30 foot, did you say?
Yeah,
So I can
you
close
guys-
that gap.
You can run that.
Fucking yes, charge it.
The head goes down. You sprint towards it in a straight line.
Yeah, with the silver sword.
Yep. Give me a attack, please.
You get to attack as well.
Hey.
The 30 is the speed.
24.
That's a big hit. Yeah. And then the second attack.
17.
Yeah, another big hit. Give me some damage.
So it's 1d6 plus 5. So 9 the first time and 4 plus 5. So 9 the second time.
9 and 9.
Yes, plus an extra 1d6 damage every time I hit it with a weapon.
So 2.
3 and 3.
So 12.
No, 9, 10,
9
12,
plus 9.
15.
9 plus
silver.
9.
Yeah.
Is 18.
18 plus 6.
6. So 24.
24 points back.
Plus silver sword.
And it's a silver sword.
A Constance.
Wow. You have become ballistic.
You come charging in as this wolf jumps onto the one side of the werewolf as you see your moment and just come charging straight towards it. Shing, shing, and a big stab in it. The sword easily penetrates. It's not making any effort to defend itself at all as it lets out a howl in pain as you dig the silver sword deep into its hide.
As my second bonus action, I'm going to try and smack it in the face with
Hey,
the shield
hey.
to try and make it prone.
Okay, so
it's
we
within
have
5 feet.
an opposed.
I don't know, it's the
So
shield
you do an
master.
Shield
athletics
master.
roll.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a grapple roll, basically.
Oh, okay, athletics. My favourite. That would be an 18.
Because what you're trying to do is push it.
Yes, that makes sense.
And it comes under, not frapple, grapple.
What's a thrapple?
So it's no more than one large size bigger, which it isn't, using at least one free hand. Strength, athletics, or dexterity, acrobatics. So what did you get?
Athletics, 18.
You knock it with your shield.
Boof.
It takes a step backwards. It's about to go. As just through pure strength, it puts a hand down. Its claws dig deep into the floor as it pushes itself back.
Okay,
I rolled a 17.
that's fair.
Nice though. I like that ability. It's cool.
Just going to grapple everything.
Can I?
I'm not getting a go.
Oh, is it you?
As you as a group.
Us three.
Yeah, I
Us
do.
three in any order that we.
Yeah,
You
so-
can go first if you want.
No, go ahead.
As you two stand at the back.
After you.
I insist. You look tired.
No more Skittles. Can I
Bean?
invoke
No, the beans are dangerous.
Tides of Chaos to get advantage? It always goes well for me.
I'm standing next to you. Come on. I should have gone first.
Firebolt.
Oh boy.
So I get advantage on the roll to hit.
Yeah, do you want to do that first?
Is she
Be worth it.
disadvantaged on the exhaustion or no?
Not on attacks.
No, it's
yeah,
like-
that's the next level, I think.
Yeah, next level.
Oh, you get plus the thing, don't you? So that'd be 15 with advantage.
That's it. Give me some damage, please.
Firebolt is 1d10. Also, I'm now on fire.
I'm on fire.
8 points of damage.
I can't find the table. Have you got the table?
I can get it up.
Is that okay? Okay.
I can't remember now. It's been so long since I used it. When you can...
Yeah.
Is it...
I used to have it on a handy link. And we've not got our rules master here today.
Hang on. I can get the rules up. That's easy enough. And then I'll get the table. Keep going. I'll shout when I find it.
Okay. Jakul, do you want to take your turn?
No.
Did he get his 8 points of damage?
He did indeed. Bear with me. Aha, here we go. I got it. I'll roll your D100.
Any time before you regain the useless feature, DM can have you roll on the table immediately after you cast a spell of first level or higher, firebolts, a cantrip. So you can't do it off this. You can't do it.
Jeez, okay.
But that was a cantrip, so you can't do it.
Oh, why?
It says...
Boohis. Nah, you did it.
Okay.
Back that rule.
I'm getting it, okay. What's happening then?
Okay, I'll come back to it.
Okay.
You vanish from view.
Great. I'm still on fire, but I'm also invisible.
No. The fire disappears. You are no longer there. Jakul, your
I'm not
turn.
on fire anymore.
So, you invoke this spell. You spin your clothes dancing out as this fire streaks out from your hand, spinning around Constance and striking in. Smell burnt, wet, matted hair fills everyone's lungs.
Yummy.
Fire erupts around you as you have a smug look on your face and then vanish from where you were.
I'm sure this is fine.
Jakul, your turn, sir.
Hessie is always doing weird stuff, so I'm not too worried, but a little bit.
I'm sure she intended that to happen.
Yeah, of course. She just got invisible, like she always does.
No, I'm well out of invisible points.
Right. Is 30 foot away the werewolf?
Something like that, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna command it to go blind. Blindness!
So what does it get against that? Just a save?
Blindness! Please tell me that's how you invoke it.
It's one word. It's yelling one word.
In that
We're going
voice.
short DC model. We're going short spell deuce.
I think
That's
you've got
my
to get
spell
it.
Look at this
DC,
weird
which
bean.
is
11.
14.
It's yours for
Yeah,
being a
fast.
weird bean.
So it's now blind,
Oh, do I
and
get
at the end of each of its turns, it can roll another save.
Okay. Oh, jeez. So,
That's a weird tasting weird bean.
those in close combat.
Am I in close combat?
You see. Jakul, how do you cast this spell, please?
I just, I kind of mutter a prayer to my god and just kind of like point at it and then tell it to be blinded.
Blindness?
Blindness!
Just like that.
As you do,
Hiss at it.
invoke it. You feel the darkness of the forest moving in around you for a second as you then focus this magic upon the werewolf. Those in close combat to it see its eyes go blood red, and it just sort of seems that the creature's eyeballs, instead of having a pupil or an iris, are now just two orbs of blood filled. There is no sclera, which is the white part of your eye. Works. The joy of working ophthalmology here. Or no, iris, there's no pupil, it is just an orb of blood red. You'd notice this, Jakul, as blood starts to run down. Gabriel. Why do I keep doing that? Gabriel, as blood starts to run down, as its head rocks from side to side, having no vision, the nose starts to sniff the air. You're the first to react. What do you do? Irina and Ismark stand by your side.
Okay.
It does not look well. You can see the wounds that Constance put in it are not healing. They are massive, gaping cuts in it with blood just streaming out of it. The burnt fur is like a big burn on its shoulder.
I will. All of a sudden, my crossbow is out in my hand, and Silver bolt.
Yep. He's thrashing around wildly, but you're able to predict his movements, and he can't focus on you as you
get advantage because Eric is still trying to peck his eyes out. 19 plus 5, so 14.
That's a big hit.
1d8 plus 2. Silver bolt. 6 points of silver damage.
Nice. As it digs into the shoulder, you take your time. You get 2 attacks?
No.
Just 1 attack.
Just
2
one
spells.
attack, 2 spells.
Okay. My turn. He is going to flail. Who's in close combat with him?
Me.
3 people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is your AC?
15.
So he tries to bite you. As he comes down, it's just completely wild where he's trying to bite. As you're used to fighting big creatures and fighting in a pack versus them, taking a second, using your dexterity and speed to your advantage, you sidestep as he comes diving down. You can see his ears working overtime and his nose trying to sniff you out. He's definitely at a disadvantage here, but it's not as bad as it could be if it was some of the others who got blinded. Constance, what is your AC?
19.
He locates you because you're a big bulk and just wails in these huge claws trying to get round as you get the sound of kind of almost sort of claw on steel as they're kind of dragged across, as it kind of gets you in the teeth and the ear, that kind of like chalkboard as he's trying to get through your shield, but your shield stands strong and true.
Heck yeah.
He does not look good. Red, it is your turn.
Gonna bite again, gonna go for one of like the gapy wounds.
Yeah?
Like just go straight
yummy,
like,
yummy.
like as in like in there. Yeah.
Put your face in his
Face in
stomach.
the wound. So it's plus 4 to hit, so that's 18.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And 2. That was my 4 gone.
What happens when a creature's surrounded? Is there anything?
You get advantage on attacks. Oh yeah, all of you will have advantage on hits for
4,
this guy.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
Okay. Give me a Constitution save, please.
Where'd that go? 3, 4, 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do, and you reach in on one of the lower wounds on him as you clamber on to, but the muscles going down the back of the leg as it's been opened up. As this time when you do the shake, he's not ready. As you do the head shake, you weight and body all over the place as he's thrashing wildly, and you take him to the floor.
Yeah, boy.
The 3 who are at the back, again, you can go in whichever order you please. You've all kind
I
of...
don't know where I am or what I'm not. I've disappeared.
He's now
on the floor.
He's now on the floor. In that case, just stabbing
Jab,
wildly.
jab,
Yeah.
jabby, jab, jab.
Yeah. Swap the way I'm holding the
Oh,
sword.
you're going backhand?
Well,
Give me you got advantage. Give me some attacks.
So 6
So,
plus
11.
6, 12.
That's a hit, amazingly.
Is it?
Yeah. Do the second one.
Ooh, 16, yeah, 22.
You roll again, you might crit. You never know.
So 3 plus 5, so 8.
8,
Yeah.
1 plus 5, 6.
14.
14.
4
So 18.
and 3.
21.
How do you want to do this?
Take the head off.
Yeah.
Decapitation.
She is there like sawing his head off.
These thick neck muscles coming into it. But where he's been taken down and Red's still got hold of him, as he tries to push himself up, Red just yanks to the side and his weight pulled back. As you see the perfect chance, the shield comes down. Backhand, 1, straight into the back of his neck. 2, as you then bring the shield up. 3, as the head rolls and tumbles forward. As it does, in front of your very eyes, he transforms from wolf back into human.
Eric eats his eyes
What does he look like?
straight away. Before you even get the chance to like see what colour his eyes are, Eric's has gone
He is covered in scars and scrapes. A lot of them look bestial as well. You can see he looks Barovian-ish with his skin tones, but more feral. His body is stronger and more masculine than a lot of the ones that you have seen. Not masculine, that's not the word I'm looking for. Muscular, sorry.
Does he look like he spent more time out here than he has in society?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Is there any way of testing if a corpse is a werewolf or not? Like, I know it is, but like...
The one that...
give me any kind of knowledge nature, Red, you might be able to do, or magic.
Who am I sniffing?
18.
Who am I sniffing?
Are you sniffing the other dead person, or the...
No, this dead person. I know
can
it's a
re-roll
werewolf,
that was a 1.
for like bounty purposes sort of thing.
Okay.
That's a 21.
Nothing for me. I got 8.
Who am I sniffing?
So you know, Red,
Yeah.
especially from you being a wolf, lycanthropy is a curse.
Yeah. Not an illness.
Cool.
Not an illness.
Cool.
It is a curse.
Magic.
And it is a curse that can be spread. All lycanthropy is. So whatever can be spread. There's none that you know of. The excuse the bad joke, the one where there can only be one lycanthrope, if anyone in chat laughs at this joke, you've won yourself some dice, is the were-bumblebee, where there can be only one. Because as they spread it, they die.
They die. That's so sad.
There's only one were-bumble.
I'm so sorry for that one. Indeed.
they won't live
All I
long.
can do is just kill it, mate.
I heard about a thing today that's been cool, that in certain parts of Africa, there's like a thing where they're trying to make, if they want to stop elephants attacking like maize farms and eating everything there, they're making fences out of beehives.
I saw that because they get around them.
Yeah, they go up the elephants' trunks and then sting them inside, and they really don't like it, so they're scared of bees.
Yeah. There's a really good bee documentary called Queen of the Savannah, and it's nuts. It was made by a company called Ember Films, who my friend works for. They're based in Norfolk. If you watch it, it's so cool.
That's so cool.
They use like crazy cameras built into the hive, and you can see the journey of this one like queen bee, and where she went, and they like get in a tangle with some elephants. And it's like one hive of bees versus a pack of elephants. It's amazing, like seriously amazing. It won all kinds of awards. Anyway, right.
Have I reappeared yet?
Hessia. Have you finished?
Oh my god!
I love
How many times are you gonna die?
You finish the spell.
Yeah, boy.
It streaks out of your hand as you see your companions in arms. You probably wouldn't call them friends. Companions in arms fighting this
I might call some of them
weird
friends.
creature.
Not all of them.
As you blink, have you ever seen a picture where everything is inverted? So the
like the
whites,
colours. Yeah,
whites are black and blacks are white.
Yeah.
The sky becomes this deep black, all of the clouds shifting in colour. The contrast seems to be pumped up. The edges to everything standing out incredibly strong. You can pick out details from a long way away. There is no breeze, there is no movement to it. As you look around the group, you look in turn to each of the party briefly. You can see Jakul glowing with this cool, beautiful white, very crisp and clear.
Nerd.
Red, this primal red. A danger and anger to it. Whereas Jakul is this kind of globe of white coming and emanating from him, Constance is this crisp, brisk, brutal white with a clear edge to it. And there is, so Jakul kind of bleeds into the surroundings, and Constance is white stops around her. And then as you look over to Gabriel, you see him shifting constantly. 1 second, one colour given out, another second, another, then another. Greys and browns and reds and greens and blues merging and shifting into one.
And red and yellow and pink and green and purple and...
Yep.
As you then
Sing a rainbow.
look over to Irina.
Close your eyes. Pull back the curtain.
As she looks, and you see genuine worry on her face. The face doesn't look right because the colours are all shifted and wrong. But she is devastatingly beautiful.
No.
You take a second as you take a step back from her, as there's something there, something to her, something you'd not really seen in her before. As again, this look of fear. She's got this sword out, a purity to her, different from Jackal and Constance, as you look at the colours. And you then look to Ismark, as you see this kind of grey, black to him. And you look around for another second, maybe 6 or 7 seconds has passed. The sound here is bizarre. You can't hear the battle, but you can see it for a second. So you look over. You look to the distance, to the east, and see black coming from the mountain of Castle Ravenloft. And then to the south of that as well, you see black.
That from a window. Yeah.
As you flicker and find yourself back with the others. The others, maybe you look for Hessia for maybe 10 seconds after the combat's finished, somewhere in the region of that, and then light just erupts back where you were.
Sorry about that.
Did you hide again?
I don't know.
Well, that's one less werewolf, so let's go.
I stopped bagging up its head.
You start
Bagging up its head.
kicking.
Bagging.
Bagging. Oh, bagging.
You can use the bag.
We said
You can use the bag that's on
Banging
the other body. It's made of human skin.
That's too small. That's more like
It's like a pouch. You can just
Two small pouch and a bag.
Yeah, 2 small
Made of
pouch
human
and a
skin.
bag. Yeah.
Is the bag big enough to put the head in?
no, it ain't. Maybe like a nose.
Was there anyone else around or anything else around? Or is it just this one body that's been ripped up and the werewolf?
Yeah.
The Irina that I saw just then, like if I look at her now, gone.
No. You see a tired girl in her early 20s, looking
Probably-
weary, hair stuck to her, wet clothing clinging to her body, shivering slightly from the cold, looking at you worried.
Let's go.
You were very colourful.
That necklace that you found, does it have it had a crystal on it?
I smirk and be like, "What necklace?"
Oh.
No, sure.
That's right. I don't know if you would say if you didn't say it or not.
Detect magic on the necklace.
Take a second to invoke this magic as everyone holds their breath for a second. As you hit detect magic. Second.
It's pretty awesome, actually. For the duration, you sense presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense this way, you can use your action to faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'm probably
You
setting that
learn
off
the school,
then.
so I know where it is, but it means that I can be like, "Oh, that's magical," aura that's magical, aura that.
That's pretty good.
Bring up my jar of Griffin grease.
It's not magical. Also, it depends if I've got other items on me that could be magical that I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you detect no magical signs. Anyone with magical items on them, let me know now.
We don't know.
So, oh, I've got
Your
the,
shield.
I've got an indecipherable treasure map.
I mean,
We've got a dagger from the House of Horrors.
No.
We've got an eye patch.
the eye patch, oh yeah.
I've got a jar of Griffin grease.
Wait, eye
We got
patch.
the
We've got an eye
clothes.
patch.
Pardon?
We got those clothes out of the tree.
No.
The raven ones.
The eye patch.
The really freaky looking doll.
The
creepy
hood.
doll.
The executioner's hood.
No.
I've got that cloak, but we know that's magic.
Yes, the cloak does.
Yeah.
The dead bird, the leaves, the berries.
No. The berries would.
The four berries.
Duration.
The good berries, yeah.
Would I set this off?
Pardon?
Would I set off just
No.
magic?
It's
That's what I was
icons,
checking.
Oh. No, but like me as in the curse. Okay.
Cool. I just said the only thing that's magical that he had was these berries, so have the necklace. I don't think I need anything from it.
What was on the necklace? It had the crystal stone?
Crystals and quartz.
And a crystal something?
Yeah, in the centre. Just semi-precious stones.
I'm going to pick out that crystal thing and I'll give the rest of it to Hessie.
Sparkly things.
You Libering off the crystal.
I'm going to take the crystal. I don't care. The crystal. I can now make us a little hut.
Right, let's go.
Does anyone contemplate the hut? Because then we're quids in.
It's an impenetrable wall of force that just nothing can get into.
What,
For 8 hours.
So I can sleep in that?
Yes.
And the hags couldn't get in?
Should be able to.
You're going to summon a magic hut and hide in it.
Let's go.
I'm going to summon a magic horse.
Red's going to start moving off down the road.
Stop
got
following
that.
Red.
Okay. You start bolting. What sort of pace are you saying?
Eric's extremely rowdy.
Trotting.
She's still exhausted. We need to keep
Yeah.
her.
Eric's
Plodding at half
making
speed.
quite happy noises.
He's a duck now.
Yeah.
Duck. Raven. Also, I don't think he's heard a duck, so he can't mimic that. Just mimic
Yeah,
jackal.
so like medium pace trot.
Hello?
I freaked out a load of ducks last week while hiding in the pond pretending to be a mer person who was covered in seaweed and it was dark so you couldn't see that I wasn't a shrub.
So these ducks are like,
And three ducks flew overhead. They were like, quack, 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 a pond! Quack, 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 quack. And then they were like, yeah, it was great.
Amazing.
I've never heard the sound of distress
Before you
ducks
lot
before.
wonder why he was in a pool dressed up like a sea hag is because we run events, LARP events. So she wasn't doing it on a, well, it wasn't her free time.
Yeah, definitely was doing it on a whim.
I'm going to call bullshit today. You know.
Yeah, I was doing it anyway.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the
like a
pirate game
daily
that was happening at the same time. Yeah.
Okay. You push on.
Yeah.
A normal walking pace.
So someone carrying Hassie or are you walking?
I'm walking at whatever pace
I'll
I can manage.
basically be supporting her. And, yeah.
Okay.
As we go,
Emotionally.
like
The
describe...
road, you don't travel for too long.
Do we have
And you see a path going to the south. You can see to the south forest for quite a long way, but then you can see a bare mountain pushing its way out of Barovia, going deeper, higher and higher. And then in the far south, about southeast from this location, you can see snow-topped mountains behind the one near you.
Cool. So we're going to carry on heading to the Abbey. Are you going to tell us what you saw?
Yeah, I was going to say, as we were going along...
Get a character for me, please.
So what happened when we were fighting that werewolf?
Irina, I saw you cast your spells as always, but the flourish, the magic swirled around you, and then you vanished.
I didn't quite see that. I was too busy fighting a werewolf.
So I was still there. But
No, you were gone.
That's what... Okay, but I didn't feel like I went anywhere. But like my vision went... All the colours went strange, I guess. Like, Gabriel, you were like every colour. You were just really colourful. Constance, you were white. You were both white, but you were like glowy, and you didn't glow. You were like sharp lines. Red was red, obviously.
Are you going a bit strange? I'll put my hand on her forehead and kind of like if she has a fever or something.
And then I looked back the way we'd been, and it was like really, really black over Castle Ravenloft, and also like just south of that, which I think was the windmill. So like black is obviously like a bad colour.
Yeah.
Did you look at yourself?
No, I didn't. Ismark was like grey.
Kind of looks around for a second.
You seem to be descending more and more.
How
As Leslie gets out a few coughs.
how nearby is Can Irina hear all of this?
Yeah, she
okay,
will.
I'm not going to mention about her then.
I put my hand on Hestia and mutter a few words and cast.
Divine sense.
Lay on hands, but the cure disease.
Okay, so you're going to focus to cure
Thinking that
disease.
she's
Diseased. I love it.
something is happening to her.
I'm not making it up.
To me,
We have our higher
Does
level
it sound
spells
like a
now.
realm?
Alright, give me a knowledge arcana. If people have got arcana.
Yeah, I could probably work this out for myself, couldn't I?
12?
19.
19.
As you talk about it, and you wizened folk take a second to think about what's happened, you focus on what she said. It sounds like she went to another plane,
Yeah.
but also something else happened as well.
Okay.
Some kind of true sight, but not.
Right.
I didn't see black in any of... No, I didn't do that. His mark wasn't black, no. I didn't see black in any... Sorry.
As Constance lays hands and you invoke this cure disease on her, you feel this rush of energy just zip through your body.
That was nice.
So you feel like less fatigued?
Do I feel less fatigued?
No.
No. That wasn't that nice.
The way you came across sounded like you just gave it
Yeah.
like a Red Bull. Like, chop chop.
Monster!
Choo choo.
In my most recent rest, I did have a divine revelation, and I believe I might be able to cure your curse.
Do it.
Red's going to sort of
possible.
huff and throw her head up the path.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a...
Irina picks up pace behind you very quickly.
Okay, well, while I'm supporting her and walking along, I'm going to cast Remove Curse. Like, kind of lay my hand on her forehead and kind of mutter.
As you step forward to
May
do
this
it,
ugly being be more
Hestia.
beautiful. And all
you
that.
hear this voice in your head. Don't let him.
Why?
Stay with me, Hestia.
Can I talk, like, in my head?
You can think about it, yeah.
Yeah.
My power to you, your power to me. Together we are stronger. Jackal is coming towards you. What do you do?
But what about the hags? I'm going to think that, like, really loudly in my head. What about the hags? The hags. The witches.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't get a reply.
Maybe when we've got to Kresk? Let's do it then.
To safety?
Safety, yeah.
Okay, very well.
Whilst we're like... Because Irina's gone on ahead. As we speak.
Yes, I don't want to have a bad reaction.
Embrace my power, Hestia. Embrace the power.
Just like a
You
mental
feel like
nod.
there's a well, something within you where you could tap into it. Do you tap in?
I wouldn't want to this second just
Do
because
you
of...
push to it? Fear not.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
You get all of your level 3 spells back.
Yes! I like this thing in my head.
As this rush of tingling power starts at the back of your neck, zips down your spine. It's an exotic, deep breath, kind of wall power fills you. You're still exhausted.
Yeah.
You're still bone weary.
But I've got my level 3s. Nice. I'd be trying very hard to like not outwardly show anything, but I think like she wouldn't be able to help but just do a little sort of a, you know, like
A little jig.
a jig, yeah. Just keep myself awake.
Oh, I see.
Do you need some help?
I didn't hear that, sorry.
Do you want more?
Yes.
Give me a will save. Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom save.
14.
Okay. As you focus and go, yes. You're now only exhausted level 1.
I can't see any problem with what I'm doing here. It seems to all be going very well and in my favour.
We are stronger together.
Alright, Donald Trump.
My strength to you, your strength to me.
we'll say we'll talk later, but we're not talking, we're thinking more later.
You set the pace.
Whilst Irina went to the front, didn't she? And we're sort of hanging back a bit more. I'm just going to tell anyone who's near me and not at the front, I'm just going to mention what I saw about Irina specifically, that she looked different. She had this like extreme beauty, which I guess is what Strahd sees.
Was it some sort of Strahd vision you had?
Strahd sight.
Was her aura more beautiful than my aura?
Asking the real question, Tessia. Was it?
It was different.
Laugh.
Roll bluff.
What is it? Insight to sense.
That's like when
that'd be you.
cheat and they're like, were they better than me? Different.
Can I roll for deception?
28. My insight.
Behind that bullshit.
Jackal's eyes fix on you with this cool, calculating. You feel his vision pouring into your sight. It was different. Oh, she is bullshitting you.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna march on ahead. I'm leaving her. I'm not helping her anymore.
Jackal's having a stroke.
I can't help if Strahd sight prefers Irina.
As you look at Irina at the front, it's hard to believe. Look at her. Her hair's a mess, the clothes are stuck to her body. I mean, look at you compared to her.
I'm taking out my mirror, looking at myself.
I personally would be glad that Strahd is looking at somebody else rather than me, but you know.
You set the pace at the front, Red. Are you trying to hide the fact that you can go at normal speed again? Or are you going at normal speed?
No, she had a bit of a shake. If we've had a bit of a fight, her heart's pumping, got a bit of adrenaline. She'd be fine.
I think she'd try and hide it, but kind of like be really bad at it. Like she'd speed up and then slow down, and then speed up and slow down, and just be a bit bad in general at hiding it.
You seem to be feeling better after that fight.
It's always good together. The magic flowing. Had a little trip to some weird other plane of existence.
It seems to have done you good.
Yeah, I think it has. Yeah.
You set a good pace. You see... the other way. A path leading to the south. Going through, and then again it seems to go round this hilly, mountainous area. Push on?
Yeah.
Push on.
Not stopping for nothing.
That will be the south path.
The wood is quiet here.
Is it angry?
No, it's
Yay!
like eerily quiet.
Oh,
We're there, aren't we?
There's no sounds of
the
nature,
angry
no insects, no birds. Very little going on here at all.
I miss the angry wood now.
You see another road going south as you continue to make your way along these paths. At a point, you can see that this road south is where a lot of the heavier tracks come from. Then they split here, with some going west, and you can see a small bridge going over into dense woodlands, and some going east.
We're gonna take the west road towards the Abbey then?
Yeah, because we want to go until we find a bridge and then head north, don't we?
Yeah. You, with Jackal on sort of map making duty.
You shout the directions to me.
Yeah. Your sense of direction is pretty good. You've got the map with you and you're able to follow it. And Red, constantly sort of darting from side to side, is able to pick the right routes. There are the odd trees fallen, some coming across the path a little bit. But it's not been the worst journey in the grand
werewolf.
scheme of things, apart from the werewolf, for this part
Strahd
anyway.
vision.
You make your way over the bridge. As you do, as you look to both sides along this river. It's a very slow meandering, coming down from these kind of hills, but it doesn't have like masses of pace to it. It's not the widest of rivers that you've seen. As you look over to the sort of northeast, you can see standing the crooked tower that you saw before from the other direction.
We shall go back there some other time.
Yeah.
At this distance, it's very awkward to see much else round there. There's a bit of woods in the way, but you can just see the top of it. You push on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You make your way round. Again, this suffocating silence. Just nothing. No sound. Just your own footsteps as you plod along. Are you trying to move quietly, or are you just going quickly?
We're just going.
Just going.
We're just walking, like doing like.
You're aware at the front the noise the others are making now. In the previous wood, you did hear the odd stuff, animals moving occasionally, snapping of twigs. Here, there's just nothing at all as you push on. Deeper and deeper.
Can I smell other animals in the air?
No. Very little at all. You make your way round. The sun is starting to go down. In the distance, there you see it. The road branches north. It climbs a rocky path, and you can see a gatehouse built into a 20-foot wall of stone, reinforced with buttresses every 50 foot. The wall encloses a settlement on all sides of a snow-dusted mountain spur.
How pretty.
Between the wall, you see the tops of the snowy mountains behind, and the thin wisps of smoke coming up. You hear a bell coming from the abbey, echoing down from the mountain.
What time is it?
It's about 7.
It's getting dark.
Starting to.
We need to pick up space just in case they close the gates, like Vallaki does.
Okay, makes sense.
It's an inviting sound, though.
I'll try my best.
It's a welcome sound from the total deadly silence that you have had for maybe the last 2 hours. You can see, though, further to the east, the fog gets much thicker, considerably thicker. The banks reminding you more of the fog when you first arrived. It's tough to tell the distance, like when you're looking into the fog, but you can see it getting thicker and thicker. You start to climb the north road?
Yeah.
As you do. Heading up into the hills, legs burning now. Your thighs are feeling it as the last 500-600 meters uphill on the last stretch of this road.
I use message and basically point at each person individually and basically tell them to let Jackal do the speaking.
Did you just use message because you have fun with it? You could have just said,
No, because I don't want.
the speaking.
No, because I don't want. I didn't tell Irina or
Fair enough, yeah.
Ismark, because this is where you're going to be very useful.
Because he's so beautiful. He's the most beautiful person here. By far, the most beautiful person I have ever seen in all my life.
Oh.
Are you all walking up?
Yeah.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
You start making your way up. Just climbing up a little bit. A stiff breeze comes down from this ice-covered mountain. The air temperature drops quite quickly. As it gets colder as you approach the walled settlement, the 2 square towers either side with their roofs and stone archway, 12-foot iron-bound wooden doors carved in. You can see the name across the top, Kresk, K-R-E-Z-K. This looks formidable, considerably stronger and hardier than anywhere you have seen in Barovia. Nowhere has come close to the defence of this place. It's your hearts skip a couple of beats. If anywhere is going to be safe, it's going to be Constance's eyebrows. You can see the walls extending 20 foot high around these battlements built into it, and it looks like this is a wall thick where guards can walk all the way around it. Not like Vallaki, which was a wooden barricade with a scaffolding on the back of it, with areas that were broken down and low. This is a solid stone wall with iron-bound gates.
Hey guys, let's not piss this city off.
You see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears.
Red's going to turn back.
As they look towards you.
I'm going to disguise myself to look a bit smarter. As in, my clothes become a bit more elegant, and my hair becomes more kept, and my beard is a bit shorter. And my hat is clean.
There's not much I can do. I can put a hood up.
You might want to consider it.
Poop your tail.
So, what do you do? Sorry, bear with me.
I'll just use disguise stuff.
I've shifted back to a halfling.
I'll
pull up my hood. That's the best I can do for disguise.
I use prestidigitation on Red to kind of clean her off a little bit.
Yeah, you burn some spells.
Oh yeah, because
That's all
I'm probably
cantrips.
covered in blood.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can do that to myself
Probably
as
got it
well,
all over
can't
my
I?
face.
I can tidy myself up and
That is what I've just done.
I'm not going to do any of that.
Almost like...
Have you just spat into a hanky and...
No, I just did it magically. You didn't actually see what happened. You were just
Yeah.
like walking up. I smell blood. I don't smell blood. What?
Ah.
Nope. I'm gonna crack on with all the blood that's presumably down myself.
Yeah, you covered the
Hefting.
head cut off.
Oh, I'm
sprayed
carrying.
Are you still carrying the wolf head?
Yes.
Well, it's a human head
It's,
Oh yeah, human head.
with no eyes.
Oh.
it'll be fine.
it's in the blanket of my bedroll, like as a little
Oh
makeshift
nice! I
sack.
hope you don't have to use that bedroll anytime soon.
Oh, Gollum is on and just giving us a lovely rule.
What's the rule,
What's the rule got?
It was for stamina to see if you were getting exhausted for your travel. I knew that one though. That was one of the few rules I knew. For each additional hour over 8, if you're doing forced march, you get considerably harder constitution checks.
I think we did well.
No, it's good to hear from you, mate. So,
I passed. I got a crit.
I failed.
I pass.
What?
We're just being
you gather outside of the gate leading up to it. Constance, as you look at it, appraise it, this would be an incredibly defendable position. You look to the hill or mountain behind it, you can see a path snaking up to this large, again, walled abbey. There's 2 lines of defence here if someone was to attack this. An outer wall.
Then an abbey, is it?
There's a
Abbey is
town,
walls
and then
within.
built
Right.
into the sort of mountain and cliff behind it is a huge abbey, and it is ginormous, standing on the mountain behind.
Sweet.
We stay at night, then we head to Wizard Wine.
Bedtime in
We
the
need to go
abbey.
to the abbey.
Okay, what you say is what you say. As you approach the walls, what formation are you in?
I'll go forward.
I'm in middle.
I'll be on his left.
I'll hang back because I look a bit dubious.
Red will just be standing on the other side of your cool.
I guess there's Mark and Irina at the back.
Yeah. Greetings, brothers.
As you look up, you can see the 4 people, 3 men, 1 female. 2 of them seem to have bows and 2 seem to have long spears as they stand in their very defensible position, 2 on either side. They wear big, high fur hats all the way around them. You can see fur shoulders on them as well. As they stand and look down, as you can understand instantly the advantage they have. Not only are they considerably warmer, but they are considerably harder to hit than you are. As you look to the left and right, though, you can see the woodlands has been allowed to approach the settlement far too close for them to be able to defend this. If this was a defendable fort, you would knock this forest as far back as you could so you can pelt whatever is coming at you. That has not happened. The forest has moved in very close. In some places, trees are almost touching their stone walls. As they look to you.
Greetings, brothers and sisters.
Who goes there? Arrows are on bows as they look to you with nervous eyes, sizing you up. You can see eyes darting amongst you, looking you up and down. They're making no effort to hide what they're looking at.
We are travellers from Vallaki.
As you see some at the back whisper to each other, the man and the woman, and then look back to you. From Vallaki, you say?
Well, we passed through Vallaki to come here.
We do not have many travellers from there.
Yes, well, we passed through recently.
And what do you want here?
We wish to visit the Abbey.
As you say, you hear another dong as this welcoming Abbey bell sounds again. Everyone give me an insight.
13.
Crit fail, and
28.
I'm on -1 to insight, so it's 0.
Ridiculous.
28.
8.
The rest of you not paying too much attention as this
I'm
kind of
staring the other way, my god.
the warmth of the bell just kind of washes over you. Jakul, as you're watching them, it does not wash over the guards, as they all look to it with a worried look.
Oh, just wanted to go to bed.
Is there some problem with us wanting to visit the Abbey?
As he stops for a second. Kresk is closed.
May we ask why?
It is the way, the will of the Burgermeister.
Red rolls her eyes.
Do you not trade with people or allow goods to arrive?
As they kind of look you over, you are merchant.
No, but if you allow merchants, then surely you are not completely closed.
He kind of elbows the one of the guys, the younger. You see him go over and whisper something in their ear. He nods. We will fetch Dmitri Krekov. He is the Burgermeister. Irina and Ismark at the back just give a nod.
They know him.
Ismark comes forward.
You may have to make yourself known.
I've never met him, but the Kreskov bloodline has stayed strong here for as long as this village and abbey has existed. It has been a member of his family who has been in charge. I'm sure if we explain our plight, he will be welcomed.
Oh, then you may have to make yourself known.
There are
And your sister known.
certain rules within Barovia that all must abide. Especially one Burgermeister to another.
What are these rules? We should probably have talked about this before.
If we are to call for aid, he may not be able to help us, but if we are to request something of him, he must give us some way to prove ourselves to him that we are allies.
Very well.
You have a night and possibly half a day because you need to get a wizard's wine.
Yeah.
And that's what I promised Owen.
A couple of minutes pass. An older man, darker skin, maybe 50s, maybe 60s, it's hard to tell. Shorter, stocky, bearded. He wears a larger white, you'd be able to tell, rabbit hat around him. Has the furs on him as well, these thick, heavy clothings. A lot of furs built into it and hides. As he makes his way over and up and stands in the middle of the gate. Yes, you have summoned me. Wow. His accent thick, much thicker than the others. He has a strong, powerful jaw sticking out. His eyes, although old, seem sharp as he peers down at you. Being closer, give me an insight, please.
22.
Oh my days.
Insightful one.
Wisdom plus the bonuses. I love it.
As you stare at him for a moment, it's easy to see that he has been upset recently. He looks troubled. He looks sad in his eyes.
We were travellers hoping to stay in your town and visit the Abbey. It seems that we've come at troubled times, though. Is there something wrong?
All times are troubled times here.
Finally, somebody who talks sense.
That is something we have come to learn as well. This is not the kindest place. We have only arrived in Barovia recently. It has been, what?
Maybe a week.
A week?
4 or 5 days.
Yeah. Maybe something like that, yeah.
Only a
maybe.
week.
No, maybe a week, I think it is. You had a couple of nights here and there.
Yeah. I think it's 5 days.
It has been almost a week, and it has been very harrowing for us. But we hear this is one of the safer places to be, and we went to...
I'd like to keep it that way.
Yes. Is there some sort of problem that is happening?
Where do you travel from?
We have travelled from outside of Barovia. We've travelled through Barovia village, then through Vallaki, and now we've been
long way. Why so far?
To get away from the darker places to the east.
The west. Northwest, east.
I see.
A direction.
And you want to bring that darkness here?
No, we want to avoid that darkness if possible for now.
As his eyes peer from one to the other. The guards, occasionally looking worried and scared, whisper to each other. You've only seen the 4 guards.
I send a message to Jakul. Should we inform him that we are escorting the Burgermeister from Barovia and his sister? Because that may get us in rather than this conversation.
As you have now arrived before us, we think we should probably introduce to you our charges. We have been guiding along this journey. And I will step back and take a deep bow and kind of present. May I present to you the Burgermeister of Barovia, Ismark the Younger.
He takes a second. The shoulders come back as he pushes his chest forward. His head comes into the nod. He looks tired. He looks like someone who has run for maybe 12 hours. He looks exhausted, his hair stuck to his head as he tries to stand tall and proud. He is fooling nobody. Ismark, I knew or heard of your father recently, but I had not seen him for many, many years. He was a great man. You, I know nothing of.
My friend, what is it in these woods that plagues your people?
Nothing. For my people are safe, and I keep it that way.
But people must come out to get food.
No.
Cool.
What do you eat?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Is it good berries by chance?
He looks at you. No.
Have you sent someone out?
No. My people are not that stupid. Now, The sun is setting.
Is there no way that you would let us in to rest for tonight? Or is there maybe something we could do?
And what if I wanted you to leave?
We would abide by your will if that is what you commanded us, but would it be wise to turn away another Burgermeister and without even
Hospitality.
any hospitality whatsoever?
If you knew his father was such a great man just by word, even though you haven't seen him for many years, then would it not be rightfully so to allow the father's son to at least have one night's rest before heading back home? As you know, that travelling at night in these parts is probably not as safe as it is during the day.
He looks to you all.
17.
In turn, and pauses for a long moment. Make your case. One night.
That's all we ask.
That's all we ask for.
Is what? You come here and learn our strengths and weaknesses.
If you are suffering some sort of problem, perhaps we could help you with that problem. Especially if it is outside of the walls.
The guards start talking a bit louder. Hey! Vallaki. Do they have wine?
No.
The guards talk a bit louder now.
That was actually a task that...
I plan on doing tomorrow is going to the Wizard's Wine.
Yes. And to find out why the wine has stopped.
Here is my deal. You leave your weapons and armor outside.
Can we leave it within the wall at least?
No. Outside. If it is stolen, it is stolen. You can hide it. I do not care. You may come in. If we suspect anything, we will not hesitate. You understand this?
Understood.
Yeah.
Good.
Where do you suggest we leave our equipment?
It is not my problem.
Red is just getting more and more agitated. He's visibly angry.
He turns, looks up towards the sky. Quick!
I turn, I take my dagger out, and I put it just like in the ground, like near the turret. So I'm guessing it's a gate, and there's a turret there. I literally just put it right in front of that turret.
Is that what you've got?
That's all I've got. The crossbow is nowhere to be seen.
Hiding it?
Disguise self, I can hide it.
So we have the armor as well.
He said
That's
everything.
my clothing.
You want us to strip off in front of you then, sir?
Not my problem.
Very well. I just remove my cloak. Start
It's cold.
I'm not cold. He's not cold.
No, you're not. In full glory.
Yeah. Not even shivering.
Red is going to put spear, shield, throw, and then turn back into a wolf.
That'll help.
Because all of her stuff just melts in. And it's just going to sit.
Constance is going to take off the chainmail and put the warhammer down.
The shield is not technically a weapon.
Put the silver sword down.
Do you turn into a wolf in plain sight or outside?
Yeah, plain sight.
Why?
Well, that's one
then
problem
just sits
solved.
down.
We don't need to go inside anymore.
None of them are watching at the moment as you're kind of undressing.
I'm not in any
So polite
armour,
of them.
but
Oh, are they not?
I pick up.
You've turned around now. You've turned around.
God, I was going to pick up your silver sword and just hide it.
So you're de-armoring.
Where?
De-armoring, de-weaponing,
It's got itself.
De-weaponing,
holding the
literally
shield.
I don't wear armour, but all the
It just disappears off
crossbows
me.
gone.
Putting the strap
daggers have gone.
over the back so the shield is on my back.
If you wish it, I could camp out here and put a protective structure around our equipment to make sure nothing gets stolen. No? We want to stay together?
We should be fine.
Okay.
Eric can watch it.
My lord, do you offer bounties for the things in these woods that hunt on innocent travellers who happen to be passing? Perhaps they cause problems for the wine shipments coming through.
Maybe. It's gone a bit French.
No.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Unroll ahead.
You hear whoosh as you start and they kind of stare at it for a second. The bows come down. You can see very twitchy fingers on them.
This wasn't the face he had when he attacked us. He was a lot hairier.
Again, they kind of make this protective sort of half, yeah. You want to impress me.
I'm not trying to impress you.
Have you dropped all your gear?
Yeah.
I've got my shield on my back.
Okay.
I've still got like a bag on, but it's like, you know, normal stuff. All the weapons have come out of it.
I'm wearing my robes now.
Have you got my silver sword?
Yep.
Cool.
It's disguised.
Give me a perception, those near the door. That's it.
15.
14.
9.
14.
Yep, you'd all, those are 14s and 15s, you'd hear it. He says to the guards, 2 of you go down, search them. You'd be aware if they search you with the illusion on, they're going to feel it.
Yep.
And then they start making their way down. You hear a very couple of moments, a couple of curses, and a very large bar is lifted and dropped. They ask for help, and the door swings open just a bit. You see 4 people stood there, one with spear, one with bow, and 2 people without weapons, more common, but again with these thick woolen clothes on, as they all kind of stare at you for a second. They're a lot shorter. Average height here is probably about 5'5", 5'6". They'll look at you for a second. You step in. Who's first?
Me.
As you do, the first person comes in and starts to frisk you. To say he's not very good at it would be an understatement. If you from what your job, as he does it, it's really bad, and you can tell, you can feel the shake in this guard.
Yeah.
No weapon, no weapon. Who's next?
Yeah.
So you go forwards. Any weapons on you? Again, pushes you forwards. As they look into the woods behind you and beckons the next one in quick.
I'll go forward, yeah.
You got anything on? As the hands rub over you. Bound. Well, no, we're not going there. It's not that sort of game. Unless you wanted to do that sort of game. Maybe we could do that by ourselves. Like, everyone, okay, I want just me and Jakul for some roleplay, please.
D&D
No.
after dark.
I've just got my mirror on me, so...
Yeah, they look at it,
Yeah.
but no, push you through. Who's next?
Red will go in next.
That's the wolf.
Yeah.
They don't touch you. He looks confused to the Burgermeister, to Dimitri, who kind of looks at you. Are you clean? Are you?
Yeah, Gabriel cleaned me.
Does anyone say anything?
She's mine.
I don't know whether that helps.
As you can see, I am a man of many animals, as the raven squawks.
That's a phrase that people
Man of many animals.
It's a totally normal thing to say.
So you're welcome, kind of Lod's. No trouble.
No trouble.
Next. Quick.
Irina and I'm going to go.
Irina and Ismark. Yeah.
Who's next?
Irina and Ismark.
Yeah. No, neither of them. And they both push through quickly.
Yeah, it's on my shoulder. Yeah, I'm going to last one on it. I'm going to sleight of hand. So as they kind of pat me, I'm basically going to lift up my coat, but I'm going to be holding the weapons, but they're not going to be able to see them.
But you got backpack on?
Yeah.
You would know as soon as they touch you, if you've got an illusion on, there's a high probability that it will fail.
Yeah, with disguise self, they like pass through fake objects, but they can feel non-fake objects, if that makes sense.
Golemir, we need you, mate.
The spell failed to hold out physical inspection. For example, if your spell is used to add a hat to your outfit, objects pass through the hat. If anyone who touches it feels nothing or would feel your head and your hair. If you use a spell to appear thinner, then you are, when someone's put their hand out to reach you, they may like touch you here because that's where you are.
Oh, okay.
So if with the weapons, because they're like part of like the cloak, if I lift them up,
Yeah,
they feel my body.
I'll give him a roll. Give me a sleight of hand and see how good you are.
It is a +5. So let's hope I roll well, because I've been rolling well all day. And that would be a 9. Damn it.
You just asked. Oh.
Maybe you
Sorry.
should go first.
I can't drop it. Because I know it.
And I stand up to my full weight, my full height, and just sort of stretch.
Trying to put the guard off.
In a sort of intimidating sort of way.
You're going to try and intimidate the guard?
Yes.
Okay, give me an intimidate.
Oh boy.
That's a 15.
Okay. So, this is the scene. The worried guard gets halfway through patting you down as he's getting higher and higher as you try to lift things up. Little slip. You quickly... So he kind of looks at you for a second, starts packing down your arm. There's Gabriel. That's a Constance. You feel the knuckles as you stepping close, and then the neck as you do a little cough as you
Carry on. I've got something to say afterwards.
stepping closer. Fine.
Oh, good. That's cool. Perfect.
Fine.
I don't have anything to say now.
Right, how are people doing? That's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I should go.
Do we have to call it?
I mean, we're in there now.
We're in the town.
Somebody just needs to say something cool, and then we can do
Who's
this.
going to say the cool
The
thing?
gate is quickly slammed behind you as the majority of your equipment is left outside, just perched against. You leave Kevin outside?
No, it's on my shoulder.
Eric, sorry.
Kevin.
Eric's on my shoulder.
You're going to leave him outside with the gear?
I'm going to send him in.
Sorry,
have him
Golemir.
as long as he's within 100 foot, then I can basically get
Okay.
told.
Okay.
So
As you look around, the trees in here are different. They are greener. There are a lot of them. They are everywhere.
Are they happy trees?
Tonight and tonight only. The Burgermeister comes to you. We have a small place you can stay. We will watch you. You do not leave it. Tomorrow, you leave. You understand?
I do understand.
Good. Come with me. Constance and Jakul, as you start to walk through the paths, these winding paths here, they are well trodden. The hard side of this hill, as it starts to wind up the hill, you can see lots of very small cottages, quite quaint lots of trees, lots of shrubs, lots of small pens to keep animals. You can see chickens inside them, the rustling of rabbits jumping around. You hear the croak of a rooster coming from the far side of this small village. It looks like each small cottage in here has a small holding to it. The trees, some of them seem to be bearing something that looks like it may be edible, maybe not. Lots of small bushes with a number of different coloured berries on them as well.
Do any of them look like the berries that I got from that dude's pouch?
No. As you make your way through, winding deeper into the small, well, it's quite a large space. The huts are quite far spread apart. Looking around, Constance, you would say maybe 200 to 300 people max here, depending how far they are. As you're taken around deeper within to this small, what is more of a village, but spread out within these walls. As you look along the walls on the outside, you can see they didn't replace the 2 guards who dropped you off, and you've not seen any other guards since you came in here. The 2 have come down with you, and the other 2 people who then put the bar back on the gate, and as they kind of join, there's only 2 people with you with weapons. As you make your way round, both give me a knowledge religion, please.
It always goes so well.
So religious.
Oh,
wow. 21.
Fair play.
You feel a peace, you feel a harmony as you start making your way round to the north. You can't put your finger on it. It's like a wave hits you. The sound of people. You hear some children laughing. You hear animals. You hear the sound of maybe like a small sheep as it bars, some pigs winking. Saliva starts to go in your mouth. You feel the same, this wave of warmth go over you, but you focus in on it and you look to the north. You can see up the path, winding round, you can see a small pool. As one of the guards makes his way round and sees you looking that way. This way. And they push you as you've kind of made your way around this path and made your way to a T-junction. And this pool is up to the north and starts pushing you around to the south, where you're sort of shepherded towards a barn.
Cool.
And that is where we'll leave it.
Can we not find one decent place?
Can I not just go to the Abbey
It's the
to
worst
sleep?
holiday
To be
ever.
fair,
So,
the village of Barovia is probably the nicest place.
Yeah.
This seems great. I like this.
right, before we finish setting up and
Wow.
stop everything, we do, and someone want to grab a random set of dice.
These ones. Oh no, those ones. They're nicer. Which ones are they?
Oh, the lady.
Oh, the changeling ones.
Changing lady.
So we have a set of dice which we can give away. Please be someone near me. Please be someone near me, and not where it's going to cost me a fortune to post it to you. If you've been in chat, Golomir, you're fantastic, and Chocolate Nugget, you've been in chat as well. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, we messed up the start time a little bit. If you're still in chat, what should we say? Say who you think is going to be the next character to die.
Say the next, like we've already had one.
And
Yeah.
Beg your pardon.
Aren't you dead?
Golomir has disappeared from the chat for the drawing. I don't know if Chocolate Nugget is still here. He might not be. We'll give it a couple of minutes. If you are, give me a message. If not, no worries, and we'll start packing up. And we'll send them some dice.
Yeah.
Lovely. Cheers for watching, guys. Sorry we had tons of technical issues, and we've got a rubbish camera, and it's not quite synced for me.
I think we all know the answer to that one.
We need to get that camera working better. Chocolate Nugget.
What do they say?
Yeah, so Hessia has died once. So Chocolate Nugget, who do you think is going to be died next? And we will send you a set of dice.
Yeah.
If you want to catch up with some past episodes, you can see them on YouTube. Just search for ULARP.
I think it's quite funny that you LARP, you're spelling it Y-O-U LARP when, it's not like U-Haul or, YouTube, I suppose, is also YouTube. Usually it's like a bullshit acronym for no reason in there. Yeah. And iLARP is also like an eyeball rather than iPhone.
Yeah.
I quite
You
like
LARP, I LARP, we all
that.
LARP.
Apart from that.
Yeah, so we had to dig out a really old webcam that hasn't been plugged into anything, and you might realise it's quite close to me. And if I do this with my hands, you'll see quite how close I am to the camera, rather than it being the far one above Hessia's head. So it's right next to me.
So is your channel called ULARP? Is that what we searched for to find the previous episodes?
Yes.
Yes.
Y-O-U.
Y-O-U LARP.
Y-O-U LARP.
L-A-R-P.
Yes. There is a link underneath. So, Chocolate Nugget, if you give me a message, and we'll send you a lovely set of dice, thanks to critics.
How do you know they've won? We don't know who's going to die next.
Who do you think is going to die next?
Yeah, you have to comment. You have to be there.
It was
still.
the first comment.
Yeah, fair enough.
You have to have stuck it out.
They made the first comment.
Fair enough, yep.
And if somebody else dies, you've got to send them back.
Yeah, you know how
We won't tell you who died. Someone else died quite a while ago, actually.
Yeah.
They also had their shadow
regrets.
stolen and made deals with some super friendly people and
I'm
embraced those
living my
deals.
best life.
Did the dwarf die?
No, he's out there somewhere.
He's out there somewhere in the woods. He's gone feral.
Having a nice time, I'm
That's
sure.
where I'm coming back as
I'm
when
going to
I
ask
do
you a weird
die.
question. Do I have a bald patch sort of like here?
What did you do?
No? It kind of feels like I think I'm losing my hair.
Why?
Like sort of here. No, like here, this bit there. It feels bald.
Let's keep George's breakdown on the camera.
It's fine. I think I'm losing my hair.
I mean, no one has hair there.
No, like that's where my hairline stops. It was like,
Chocolate Nugget, the druid pet is going to die.
druid pet. But my druid pet already died.
You totally read my mind.
Do I not have another one? Do I have another one?
The lovely Gabriel's pet. Cool. If you
Eric.
Eric's
already died as well.
Eric's died
twice a week.
It's fine.
Eric
Yeah,
dead.
you
Eric's
get
dead,
the
2
dice.
yeah, that's a good call. A surprisingly good call. Cheers for joining us. Watch some old episodes if you enjoyed it. We got a podcast as well. I need to put the link for the postcard. If you message me your address if you're happy to do that, and I'll post you some draw dice.
It's got a pretty lady with antlers on it.
There. Thanks to Critic. Lovely. Cheers for watching.
We should have some LARP chat videos soon as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we need to do that. When should we do that?
If we could get here, the thing is, if we get here earlier,
I might not be able to do anything next week. Depends on what day.
Okay.
Well,
So I'll probably do Wednesday
updated.
next
Good
week.
to do a thing where some of us arrive early and we talk about things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could probably do Wednesday, but Thursday I'm going to visit my parents.
Okay.
You're not allowed real life.
Okay. Anyway, right. We'll
D&D all the
we'll
time.
sort something out.
Alright.
Right, cheers for watching, guys.
Bye.